Yeah. Okay.
Well,
What do you got there?
I got one of the most masculine drinks that I've been able to find lately. It's the berry sangria, and I thought at first it was going to be a white sangria, but it's red. But it's
I've never had a white sangria.
Oh, white
There's such
sangria
a
is
thing?
good. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about that during the crunk shows. But it has some raspberries and blackberries floating in it, a little strawberry on the rim.
Pinky out. Nice. Good form. Good form.
And it's nice. It's not too dry. It's good, and it's not too fruity.
Okay. I do like sangria, so I was saying, for
I was
beverages,
saying-
but usually when at a tapas restaurant it goes, sangria.
Well, I was saying
Spanish
fruity
food.
to give you an opening to our next topic, but here comes the food, so we'll go
Okay.
into that in a second.
Nice. All right, let's pause. So this is the Maine rock crab cake. Tartar sauce, obviously. Preserved lemon and native vegetable slaw. Looking very delicious there. Look at that.
Where are you turning it?
So people can see it. Oh, you're filming. Taping.
Just taking a photo.
Okay. What do you got?
I have the corn and crab chowder that is actually, I'm going to take a photo and then I'll tip it up for you. This thing is laden. It's a ladle that's laden with just a bunch of stuff in here. Little corn. You can see how thick the crab is in here. It's awesome. And the smell. Oh, sorry to move.
I got it.
The smell wafts in. It's really nice.
Yeah, you can really smell the fish.
Yeah.
Very nice. So let's dig in.
We shot the break. We were talking about my sangria, the berry sangria they have here at Henriettas, and it's a little fruity.
Yes.
And I say that with a little smirk in my face, and I know I get you to laugh, but the term fruity leads right into our next topic, which is a little more serious.
Right, exactly. So this weekend I go down. My cousin recently had a baby with his wife. They're having a baby shower because they live out in Ohio. They came here, they're having a baby shower. And the food showed up.
I know.
Nice.
All right, we'll pause for
food
don't even
effects.
pause the
No,
camera.
just keep it ripping, yeah.
Yeah, keep rolling.
All right. Oh my God.
Wow.
There you go.
You have got to see this lobster roll. It's like obscene.
Holy cow.
Look at that thing.
This is like, I don't even know what to say. This is like a whole school of fish on my bun.
And look at the size of the tomatoes, Jeff.
I like
This is
tomatoes.
outrageous.
That's great. And I got my own little bucket of this tartar sauce.
Call me jealous on that one. That was
Well,
good.
look at what I'm wearing. I can just put this in my pocket. It doesn't matter.
Very nice. All right. So
Well, let's finish the topic.
finish the
we'll
topic.
come to
We'll
the
go through.
food.
Yeah. So we're drop my wife off over at the shower and everything, and I bring my son over to my grandparents' house to just kind of hang out with all the guys.
Yeah, a
in the
little
shower.
family time. Yeah.
So we go and we get there. We walk out onto the deck where the cookout is happening, and I walk right into a conversation where it's just nonstop gay bashing between one of my cousins. And I mentioned
At a family event?
family function, one of my cousins and his uncle, so my uncle's brother, right? So
Now,
his
I'm
father's
not
brother.
saying any of this is okay in any circumstance, but how far removed were they from the regular
They're
party?
right there at the grill where people are coming up and getting their hot dogs and their burgers and so forth.
They're out there doing the fruity talk.
Yeah, just everything imaginably negative that you would expect idiots to speak about. They were letting it rip. Now,
Well, what do you do? I mean, what's
that's
your
the deal.
intervening thought?
Well,
How do you stop that?
So the topic that I thought of is when do you confront stupidity and inappropriate conversations, and when do you let it ride? Because I'm there with my 4-year-old.
Right. And
He has a gay uncle, 2 gay uncles, and
Yeah.
he knows what it means.
Yeah.
Right? And he doesn't need to be exposed to that type of moronic behavior.
Yeah.
So my job is, first of all, to get him away from that, and also to let him know it's inappropriate talk in front of my child.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But what do you do when you get into a difficult situation? Like, because imagine if you're at a work function, and it was very fancy, but not like
No, but I think we've all been in a work circumstance where we've run across someone that we're just a coworker.
Yeah.
We're not a direct report
Yeah.
or a direct supervisor of, where you might have heard something that is not in any way polite conversation. And what do you say? I defer to just walking away, but you have to intervene. If you've got a kid there who you're his protector, you're his world, you're his compass for the way he's going to lead the rest of his life. 4 years old. I mean, come on.
Well, then it's also kind of a situation where, like, you've got to control, I guess, the environment too, right? If you let that type of conversation slide in the environment, so let's imagine a work environment where you heard a couple of coworkers spouting off really inappropriate conversations at work. If they continue to have it and it's a regular occurrence,
well, then I'd say something or report them or both.
Yeah. So it was a real interesting thing. Of course, you saw me put the tweet out where I said that they will regret that behavior, and I'm hoping they're regretting it right now because I'm embarrassing them on TV.
Well, I mean, when I've come across that in the past, I can be pretty sarcastic and snide anyway, so I'll let comments go. Yeah. Just going past them about how, nice talk and whatever, but I don't know how you control that. Right. And we were talking before, these people may already be set. They're set like concrete. Right. They're baked like a well-done dinner roll. You're not going to change them. Yeah. You're not going to change their mind. So
is that your job to change them or just to really let them know?
Do you avoid them? I mean, I've had past relationships where the fathers of the women I was dating were a little, I don't know, less open-minded than people could be. Yeah. And I never got into arguments with them because I was like, I'm not going to change them and I'm going to have to put up with them.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing. So it was an interesting day. So I let them know it was an inappropriate thing. We went outside and played, and that was fine. Ate hot dogs and so forth. So
I don't know. I don't envy you.
It's a good topic. So
we'd like to hear. I mean, if there are listeners out there, viewers out there who have run into this and have an appropriate way to address this situation, let us know.
Well, I put the tweet out.
Oh, did you?
Then a lot of people replied on Facebook. A lot of people were kind of heated about the topic, and it was really interesting. And you just kind of vent sometimes, and sometimes you put a tweet out, you're just like, all right, I just got to get this off my chest, let it rip. Yeah. And it's surprising that those are the comments where you get a ton of people coming back and going,
well, those are the ones that appear. That's heartfelt, and I think people can read that somehow and see what they are.
There you go. All right, to lighten the topic, let's talk about our food. Our food is here.
What do you get?
This is the lobster roll, and it's just, we've lost our menus, but look at the size of this thing. I know I already showed it, but so we got a little celery in there, some lettuce. It looks like a little, is that thyme? Do you think that's in there? The little, is that thyme in there?
Yeah, that's thyme.
Or dill, maybe, could be dill. And then some chips, some kettle chips. Rockin'.
I have a school of monkfish on a beautiful Kaiser roll. Just a ton of monkfish. It's light, it's flaky.
And she had to convince you to get this.
She did. I was going to get a salmon burger, but I'm pleased. And the kicker is the tartar sauce. You had it on the crab cake. I'm going to slather it on the monkfish.
And if they sell it in bottles before we leave here, or jars or whatever, we should take some of that.
No, that's my new cocktail. I'm not getting a sangria. I'm doing the tartar sauce. Yeah,
that would be delightful.
Yeah. So let's dig into the food and then come back with our third topic.
Okay, sounds good.
Your meal.
My meal was delicious. I've got some chips left over, which I might eat while you're talking, just to interrupt you and freak you out. I'll be crunching on chips.
Yeah, that'll freak
you out. Just to mess with you. So
my meal was good. I got monkfish.
Monkfish, yep.
It was good. Used the tartar sauce on it, which blew the thing out of the water. You have to be judicious with that because it's strong and flavorful. Perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked. Just like the waitress said, it's a lot of fish. And as I showed you before, it was stacked.
Yeah, that sandwich was pretty darn big. And as was the lobster roll, but...
Well, you look at the amount of food. I mean, they gave us a cucumber for a pickle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good portion.
It's pretty darn big.
Yeah.